morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you're having a fabulous day wherever in the world you are. So today we have a new cross stitch from 7Great. And y'all, I want to say thank you to 7Great for sending me this out to try. I love doing the cross stitches that they send me. So this one is called Fairyland Tower, and it's made by Yishu, I hope I'm saying that right, company, which is the name of the company, and then 7Great distributes it. This particular kit is $17.94 on their website, and of course if you're interested in this or any of the other beautiful cross stitches they have on their website, check out my discount code for some savings. So this is an 11 count Ada, which is the fabric size. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out some of my other videos where I talk about just various different things. They'll come up in several of the cross stitch videos. Anyway, so this is 45 by 80 centimeters, so it's going to be a pretty substantial size. So this is what the picture is based on, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love the colors, the pink and the purple and just all the contrasting colors. I hope this comes out as beautiful as what the picture is, and knowing the cross stitches that I've gotten from them before, I'm sure it will actually be even prettier than this picture. So let's check this out. And this is all on one page, y'all. And I don't get a lot of them. Normally the instructions and all that stuff and the pattern is all on different papers. So this is all in one. So first off, let's check. This is on tear resistant paper. So that is very nice. I love those tear resistant papers. This has all of your instructions for cross stitch, how to divide your threads, how to choose your colors, how to read unprinted cloth and printed cloth. Now this is a stamped cross stitch, so it's a printed cloth. It has all your different embroidery descriptions on how to do the different stitches, and then of course it has just the notes on keeping your hands clean. Don't get it wet if you because it will mess up your printed paper, your printed pattern. And then, of course, cleaning and maintenance, how to finish it, blah, blah, blah. So, let's check out this. This is, if I can get it open. Y'all, I just did my nails, so, of course, my nails are a little longer than... Okay, so we have a standard needle threader. We have the standard thimble. And we have, oh, I love these little test tube things with the needles in them because they are great for keeping track of your needles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 needles, and they are good quality needles. And I don't know if I've showed you recently, but this is how you use a needle threader. You see the eye of your needle, and then you slide the eye of your needle over that hook and onto the base, and then you put your thread on here in this little hook, and then you pull it out and your needle is threaded. So I do show that in other videos, but I just want to do a recap because I get a lot of that question on how to use these. So let's put this back in. And let's see what else we got. Let's look at the pattern itself. So you can see right off the bat, it starts at 10 stitches and then it is 320 stitches vertically, and that's up and down. I always get vertically and horizontally confused. That's just me, I'm goofy. And then it is 10 stitches and it is 170 stitches horizontally. Okay, never mind. It's actually 130 stitches vertically and 170 stitches horizontally. This is actually, the paper's on sideways, so I was looking at it the wrong way. So, easy to do. We have 40 colors, and it has your color number, and then it has your pattern symbol, and then it has the DMC thread number, which is this pretty much company identification number, so that you can match up your thread from anywhere. It's the thread ID number with the company. Anyway, so let's look. We have a very well printed, and it's easy to see the difference in our patterns, and so we know what colors to use where. It has a little bit of blocking. Blocking is these big areas where it's all the same color, and of course we have, looks like quite a bit of confetti in this one. And confetti is like these areas right here where we have different colors all grouped in one little area. So let's get on, and on the bottom it says 45 wide by 80 centimeters height, and then we have the 179 stitches by 100 or 331 in height, but I think that's actually backwards because it's supposed to be 80 horizontally and 45, but that's okay. I mean, it's actually, they're talking about how it's printed on here and not the actual pattern being sideways. So, and landscape, that's what it's called, landscape. Y'all, I am not all together. Anyway, so this is the fabric. This is half of the fabric, and then I'll flip it over so you can see that. It is bigger than my camera, so let me see. There's no way I'm going to be able to fit the whole thing in there, but we will do our best. So it's got the most of it. And of course on the bottom here, it has, again, all of the thread numbers. It has a picture of all of the symbols, and of course the DMC thread numbers. One thing I will say, and I've noticed this. Ooh, I got a needle laying around. Okay, so anyway, back to where I was. Where was I? Okay, so I want to show you. There's a little bit between the printed paper and the fabric, Ada. Sometimes you notice a little bit of a color discrepancy. Sometimes you don't. I don't see any with this particular pattern, so that's always nice. But always refer, when you're doing the actual cross stitch, you'll want to, if you're using your paper pattern, sometimes you'll need to refer back to your the fabric, the pattern on your fabric. The symbols, sometimes the colors are not quite the same, and it can be a little bit difficult. The one I'm working on now is like that, so some of the colors are very similar. So I have to refer back and forth to make sure I have the right color in the right place. Okay, let's put this needle. I don't know how I got this needle loose, but I did. Well, let's throw that in here so we don't lose it. Anyway, so let's take a look at our Ada. Now, of course, our thread on the side is already stitched, so we don't have to worry about that. Sorry about that, my camera moved. And that way your fabric does not unravel on the edges, which is a huge plus, because if it's not already sewn like that, you see that little bit of unraveling? That's what I'm talking about. If it's not stitched on the edges, it will do this all the way down. And it's very, very frustrating to deal with. So, and I hate having to do that stitch all the way around because it just feels like it wastes time to me when the company can do it super fast and easy. It just saves me some time. Anyway, so let's look at our pattern. This is the printed pattern, and you can definitely tell the difference between the different symbols, and it is very, very easy to read. And let's see. And it is very nicely printed. So I will say that you see all of the different pattern symbols are very well centered inside of each cross stitch area, cross stitch square, and it's very easy to read. Very easy. I'm actually very happy with how this one is printed. So that is always a super big plus. And let's check out our thread. Okay, y'all, I'm having a day. Everything has been fighting against me today, and I don't know what my issue is. Like, this doesn't want to fold the right way, so we're just gonna wing it. Leave it like that. Okay, so let's check out. I like that this thread is actually in an individual bag. This is the bag the whole kit came in, and then this is a separate bag that has my thread in it, which I really like. I like that. Very well thought out packaging. So let's take a look at what we have. Alrighty. So these are all on individual palettes, color palettes. Sometimes you'll get them and they're in on a big card, on one big card, and sometimes that's good, sometimes it's not. It just depends on what kind of space you have on your sewing table or wherever you're working. So anyway, so they are all on individuals. So, and I'm assuming there's going to be, okay, so like this one right here, it's got 3 of the same color, and that you can actually just separate these and put them aside until you're ready for a new palette, until you run out of one of these, and then just replace it with another one. So I like getting these, or you can just take them all off and put them all on one. It's just whatever your preference is. So we have all of these. There's quite a few of those. That's a big stack, y'all. That is a really big stack. There you go. That's a better big stack of them. This will be more than plenty to complete this project. And you see we have absolutely gorgeous colors. These pinks and purples and grays. Very complementary, beautiful colors. And then here's some more on the other side. And y'all, what I'm doing when I'm looking through these is I am looking for manufacturing knots. And that is when they're doing the manufacturing of the thread, sometimes they have a start and a stop, like where one string of thread ended and the next one began, and they just tie them together with a knot and then just give them to you that way. I have not gotten a single manufacturing knot in any kit that I have gotten yet. And I love that, because when I buy them from the kits, or not the kits, the skeins from like the store, like the craft store or whatever, I find them all the time, and it drives me nuts. But if you do happen to find one, all you got to do is cut it out and save the rest of the thread. And if I ever do catch one, I will definitely show you how to do that. So far, I have not gotten a single knot in any of these. So that is a very, very well-made kit, and I love that. So this is very good quality. Now this is a cotton thread, And you see it's very, very good quality. It's not fuzzy, like some cotton threads are fuzzy and they don't hold up well. And so far I've not had that problem. And these are very well, I can't get over these colors. These colors are gorgeous. And I want to show you, for the picture, you see these colors are extremely close to what the original picture is, to what I can tell so far. So absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to do this one. And if I haven't told you before, this Aida fabric is 100% cotton. So it's very nice to work with. Now, when you first start working with it, it's a little stiff, but as you work, the more you work with it and work on your project, the softer it will be. But anyway, I do want to show you, this is everything that comes in the kit. It's got your paper pattern, it's got a picture, it's got your directions, your stitching directions, it's got your little needle and threader kit, it's got the very large Aida canvas, and it has plenty of threads to work this project. And I should have plenty of thread, probably way more than enough. I have not had a kit yet where I have run out of thread, so that is very, very nice. Anyway, that's the bulk of it. If you have any questions, comments, anything, leave them in the comment section. Otherwise, leave me a little heart, or just a thumbs up, and just say hi. I like to know you're here and that you are enjoying my content. If you have any suggestions, leave them down in the comments. I love to read them. I do read and respond to every comment. Always. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up here. I will leave the link in the description box along with my discount code, and happy stitching. Bye-bye.